Hello, hello. We are back on Shuten Order. Um, we're doing a really casual one today because this is actually it's New Year's today. So, um, dressed down, all ready to get into the Ministry of Justice route. That's right. So last time we finished Manji Fushicho's route, um, she definitely killed us at the end. So, I mean, I don't think that's any different from what most of them have done, but I don't think she killed us though. There's something weird here. Um, anyways, so we determined that Nephilim was not actually her, but her older sister, or twin sister. I don't. They looked exactly the same. Um, but so basically, her sister had become a heretic, um, chased us down, and yeah, we, if I remember correctly, got her down a trash chute because we basically played the whole "What is love to you" card. Found out, or I guess confirmed, that Manji's little blue flower meant love to her, and yeah, then she murdered us. So not great. But we are on the new route, Ministry of Justice, Kishiru Inugami, and I'm very excited for this one. Partially because when I read the description, I've been reading a lot of Yokomizu novels. So for those of you who don't know, I think it's Seiji Yokomizu, I might be wrong on the first name, is considered like the Agatha Christie of Japan. And so that's what immediately it sort of took me to. So I guess let's see what's going to happen. I'm very curious about the gameplay on this one. So after just doing a whole bunch of running around stealth stuff. All right. So your murderer is the Minister of Justice, Kishiru Inugami. Are you sure about that? Yes, I believe so.
Now that you said that, I know you're right. Let's go make him fess up. Let's go, let's go.
Yeah, we've got some questions about God's power because we've been wrong 3 times now, we think. Unless we're right every time. I don't know. I'm so confused. I want to know what's going on. I just made a choice that may lead me to killing that person.
So, where is he anyway?
Normally, he'd be in the headquarters for the Ministry of Justice. I know I'm late to the party asking this, but what do they even do there? Alright, let me give you a brief overview. They are one of the 5 pillars of the Shuten Order. They deal with the law. They make laws to keep the peace for all members, but also punish those who break them. And at the top sits one of the Order's ministers, Kishiru Inugami. He's free-spirited and selfish. He likes to speak in riddles that don't make any sense. However, he's smart and a quick thinker. No one can break up a fight like he can. Ooh, this is gonna be exciting. I don't know why they chose this image for him, though. We're gonna move on. I don't even know what to say about it. Considering his actions and his looks, those who know him call him the Ghost White Arbitrator. Within Shuten, he is the judge, the defense, and the prosecution. I think that's about it. In other words, he's the law around here, right? I don't want to have anything to do with him. At the minister's meeting, he said that he was the first one to find your body.
Whoever smelt it, dealt it. I knew it.
But he denied any wrongdoing.
No criminal would fess up that easily. We have to catch him before he gets away with this. No more dawdling. Let's go to the the headquarters of the Ministry of Justice right now. I swear to God, I know how to read. We're starting off really good today. What's the rush? Yeah, don't forget your mask. I know I said this before, but you can't let anyone from the Order see your face. Remember, you are a simple private detective investigating the Founder's murder. On Foundation Day. This is our one and only chance. We can't afford to fail. We'd also better figure out the best way to bring up the Founder's murder as well. But I don't think he'll admit anything anyway. Unless we have proof. Well, we'll just have to attack him with some physical evidence. Physical evidence? Where do we find that?
The culprit may still have a certain something hidden away. The only part of your body that has yet to be found. Your torso.
Oh, now that you mention it.
If talking doesn't settle it, we're going to need to find where the body is.
I hope it's that easy.
Seeing my own corpse would probably drive me crazy. Yeah, you haven't taken it very well the last couple times. I mean, granted, that is probably pretty normal, but...
No time for complaining! Let's go catch the culprit right now! Let's head for the Ministry of Justice headquarters.
All right. Let's go play with the law. Although I think previously we kind of were the law, maybe? All right. So we were still at 167 till the end of the world. Let's head out. All right. Well, at least we're in the middle of the city this time. Like, there for a while, we were just doing everything on the little outskirts, so... Oh, wow, look at all these people.
Excuse me, do you know anything about Inugami?
The Minister of Justice. Of course, though I've never met him. He has it easy. He just leaves the boring work to his subordinates and secretaries. While he does the work that interests him. What's more, he used his position to change the law to get some gray drugs legally. Is it okay to badmouth a minister like that? Sure it is. Everyone does it. How was such a fool in charge of the Ministry of Justice? What was the founder on? This is going to be a really interesting one, right? Because everyone's sort of thrown some doubts on Inugami. Like, Manji didn't like him because he's a drug addict. And he was the first to find the body. So he's kind of been, like, the most suspicious, quote-unquote, in a lot of ways. So I'm interested to see what sort of sides we're about to see of this man. And with that, I wish you a happy new end. Let's celebrate the coming of the end again. Hey, girl.
Where is Kishiru Inugami?
The heretics are at it again. They're not making our jobs easy. Are you going to arrest them? No, that's the Ministry of Security's job. We investigate and decide on a punishment. That said, heretics are so destructive nowadays that they're easily identifiable. Do any heretics end up living long enough to get to the Ministry of Justice? After meeting Manji, I do have some doubts on that. As the indictment's already final, we'll update the list, decide on the punishment. It's all too much. Those damn heretics. Being a heretic is a serious crime here, it seems. The punishment is severe, so they must have been doing stuff behind the scenes. They've been very active lately, and I've heard they've been forcing people to join.
They might have something to do with your murder, they. We better hurry. The entire country is at stake.
Kishiru Inugami's nowhere to be found. Perhaps you should ask at the reception desk. Okay, but we're gonna ask everyone else first. Excuse me, I wish to meet Minister Inugami.
Sorry, but could you ask at the reception? He's always doing his own thing, so most of the staff don't know where he is either.
I wonder what he's doing.
He's sharp and reliable in emergencies, but his everyday behavior can be... I wish he'd follow his own rules of the Ministry of Justice more. Whoops, forget what I just said, though that is the common consensus.
You've been wandering around a lot. What's wrong?
Sorry, it's my first time here.
Okay, bye. They can arrest you if you keep acting suspicious. Keep it down.
And what happens then?
Either a fine or imprisonment.
Imprisonment? In a cell? But then Yep, you'd run out of you'd run out of time, and your temporary body will dissolve. So be careful.
We have not seen our temporary body dissolve yet. Someone keeps setting us on fire or hitting us with a car, or there's been too much shit that has happened to us. I don't know that I believe the dissolving theory. You. Why are you mumbling about imprisonment and cells? Nothing, it's nothing. Oh, the reception's that way. Okay, I'll head there real quick. Bye now. All right, let's talk to reception before we get, arrested.
I'm terribly sorry. Inugami is currently away. If you have a message for him, I can tell him when he returns.
No, it's fine.
Don't tell me he's already made a run for it. He has to be the culprit.
This is a problem. We don't have the time to go looking for him. All we can do is try and figure out where he might be. From all the information we have on him right now, where do you think that is? Where? All right. What all information do we have of him? He does drugs. He's not helpful whatsoever, except for in emergencies. I'm gonna guess it's Central Park. Right? That's the scene of the crime. He's supposed to do some investigating, so... Come to think of it, Inugami did say he found my body at Central Park, didn't he? If he's also the prosecution, then he might be there looking into the case. That's not a bad deduction. You might be a better detective than you are the founder. Ouch! Hey, we don't know what kind of founder I was. I have no idea what I was like when I was the founder.
Well, let's go to Central Park then.
Hopefully I can't get things wrong. We'll find out. That or we're going to waste a whole bunch of time. All right. I do not see him. There is not a single piece of trash here. It seems this place is well taken care of. This is like the world's scariest park. You slide out of a monster's mouth on this? How are you supposed to feel going on it? Sure, let's investigate. Oh, we can't get in because of this fence. Keep out. Repair work? This is all due to your incident. They're calling it repair work, but they've closed this place to preserve the crime scene. Which means we can't get in.
All we need to do is give this fence a good kick.
If we did that, they'll think we're being suspicious. Oh. Huh? Ow. Okay, bye. Ow.
Are you okay, Day? Was that... They were in a bigger rush than I am.
Oh, they dropped something. What is this? Hey, you! Did someone come running by here? Huh? They went that way. Wait, are they holding grass? Oh yeah! Tried to pull the wool over our eyes, huh? Oh my god. Did we just walked right into a trap. What? You're wrong! This isn't mine!
What's up with these guys? They're coming after you. Day, hurry up and pray.
Don't say that like it's easy. They're just ordinary people.
So what? Whatever. You won't make it in time anyway. You have to run.
Why does this keep happening to me? Don't run. Wait. All right. Well, we're going in the park whether we're supposed to or not. I have the feeling that Inugami is the one that dropped that on us too, so... It's no good. There's nowhere to hide. And of all places, they've cornered me under this disgusting statue. What do I do? I don't think they'll listen to reason because Well, you see, there's this whole issue where the more you protest, the more guilty you seem. But also, the angels have not been helpful whatsoever so far. I don't know. We're gonna try to beg. I didn't do anything. You have the wrong person. I just found this. Just how much have you made by selling our grass on the black market? You're gonna tell us who your buyer is. Oh, shit. Grass? Black market? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm gonna smash up your legs so you can't run again. We'll hear your excuses after that. Okay, if you're gonna smash up my legs, maybe don't do it with a knife. Just putting that out there. I feel like there's other tools that are better for it. Shut up. Could all of you please be quiet? Who are you? I was having the nicest dream, too. And then halfway through, some petty thugs came barging in, and it's no wonder. You were the ones who messed up a rather wonderful moment for me. I am loving the strings in this. Like, this is such an evocative, like, character theme. I'm in love. I love it. Who the hell are you? Oh, damn. Is that a gavel? Hey, are you okay? Oh, damn. I hit them without thinking. Oh, well. You're the Minister of Justice, Kishiru Inugami? You're an acquaintance of mine, right? No. It's great that I finally caught up with him, but what do I do now? Okay, what do we do here? What? I feel like we've already said we're not an acquaintance of him, so holding off isn't really going to do anything, but talking about it in front of these two thugs, maybe not our best choice. Fuck it, we're gonna be aggressive here. Let's just talk about it. Talk about the incident from the get-go. Or hold off for a little longer. Oh my. You... Am I busted? You have a wonderful scent. Okay, so we're getting into creepy. I love this. What? What's wrong with you? What happened? Hey, it looks like their buddies have turned up. You're the Ministry of Justice's Inugami? What the hell happened here? 1, 2, 3... So many today. Recently, heretic numbers have been increasing, I see. Heretics? These guys? Who cares if he's a minister? Get him! There's so many. What do I do? They're making a huge mistake if they believe they can win against me with just numbers. And that's because I know a theory that will lead me to victory. In other words, retreat. Oh my god. Whoa! If you don't want to get caught, then I suggest you be still. Oh my god. We're getting tropey from the get-go here. Let's see how this goes. Oh, what a perfect place to find a car. Does it belong to these heretics, I wonder? Let's borrow it. Now, you hop into the passenger seat. Okay. It's locked. No surprises there. They're coming! We should forget about the car and run! Oh, no. We're just gonna commit a crime. It's fine. Carjacking. I guess... Is it a crime if the car is owned by criminals? It probably still is. But I'm not a lawyer. I don't know the law. Now it's open. In you go. But without the key, we can't drive this! What? Sounds like these were theories really come in handy. In movies, it's usually around here. It's not here. Or there. Those guys are going to see us while he's just messing about! Oh, I can use the power of God to move this car like I did that robot. But can I make a car move? If it's controlled by AI, then... Ah, screw it. Sink or swim. I gotta give it a go. Alright, let's do some praying. gonna turn into a driving sim. It worked. Oh well, in this case, I'll just have to use one of the theories of old. When a machine won't listen to you, you make it move like this. Inugami is fucking wild. Oh, it moved! I knew my cane of destiny wouldn't let me down. Now, get in before those goons come back. Okay. Did we have to get out of the car to pray? That didn't look weird at all.
I got caught up in quite a mess, but at least I was able to get Kishiru Inugami alone. The problem is, what to do now? How do I get him to confess? Should I tell him I'm a PI investigating the founder's death like we planned? Before I do that, I should get him to stop this car. It's likely that the moment that I bring up the murder, he'll change his tune. I have to make sure I can get away. I don't want to be killed again. You saved my skin. Thank you.
So I should really be getting out here.
What's your name?
Neishimobe.
Never heard of you. But I do get the feeling that we've met somewhere before. So, what were you doing back there? Central Park is supposed to be off limits right now. Huh? Oh, well, I'm actually a private detective.
A private detective? Really?
So there are still PIs in this town, huh?
Huh, what a coincidence. I used to be a private detective too. I loved fighting against evil in the name of justice, like a cool detective does. I see. But one day I realized justice is nothing more than the opinion of a single party. Good and evil are all a point of view. The moment I figured that out, I lost my drive. My hobby had turned into an escape from reality for me. And, Mr. Private Detective, why are you here? Before I talk, can you stop the car? Could it be? The thing that's in your pocket has been letting out a wonderful scent. Are you here to investigate that?
What?
Yes, that. It's an illegal narcotic that's been circulating amongst the heretics. Though, I have to say, grass? How primitive. More recently, a highly refined liquid narcotic called virus has become more mainstream.
I see. Inugami thinks I'm here to investigate this stuff. I might be able to use his mistake to my advantage.
You're right. I'm here to investigate these drugs that I don't know anything about. They were on the black market.
I see. That makes sense.
Which is why you were attacked by those heretics back there. He's doing a lot of leading, and judging by what we've known from him, I am a little worried he's leading us like right into a trap. I shall try to ascertain what kind of grass you have there. Place a little into my hand. Okay.
It smells so good.
Some people say that its scent is similar to rain. I don't really get it, but it really puts me in a good mood. Now, let me check. Alright, what? You just ate it!
Now I get it. I can see it.
Are you okay? This is nothing. I'm used to it. I'm perfectly fine. We just watched this man pop some leaves into his mouth that we know are drugs and continue to drive. Should we maybe not stop the car? Now look, I can see the theory of the universe. This path shall lead me to the truth. So this is eternity. I'm almost at the answer. Just why do we live? And why do we die? Hey, look out! The car is speeding up! We're going to find the answer together, Reishimobe. Don't get thrown off by the speed of this galaxy's rotation. Yahoo! Oh my god, we're gonna die. He's gonna kill us. Driving under the influence? I'm awake. The world glitters before me. Good morning, world. We almost said goodbye rather than good morning. Where are we? No idea. All I did was drive while my soul answered the call. I'm always sharpest at times like that, so this is one step away from the truth. I think. This guy's off his rocker, seriously. And I can't see Himeru or Mikotoru either. What now? I'm more anxious than before. We're completely alone in a place no one goes. If this guy was truly my killer, then there's no telling what he could do. I mean, where are we gonna run? This man has a car. He could just run over us. We're gonna talk about the incident. But if I leave him here, there's no telling when I'll be able to see him again. I'm running out of time. Even if it's impossible, I have to get him to talk. Right. Shall we get down to business? About? Mr. Detective, will you take on my request? A request, you say? Why, I was looking for someone just like you. Someone who wasn't affiliated with any of the ministries and who can keep a secret. As also someone who will run towards danger. Someone with guts. Don't necessarily know that's us, but we're gonna have to pretend it is. And above all else, you are not a heretic, right? Yeah, that's right. I mean, we're using God's power, so I think technically we are, but that's enough for me. You have the right qualifications to become my partner. Partner? In order for me to tell you what my request entails, you have to agree to be my partner. It's rather a sensitive topic, about as sensitive as my actual nerves. Of course, you can say no. I won't force you into anything. In that case, you will forget everything I said, and you will quickly leave this place. By the way, you're free to call a taxi, but you'll be footing the bill. A request for my detective services? We're actually running a detective agency now, it's fine. I don't have time to be doing stuff like that. But I can't just let this chance just slip through my fingers. Oh, what am I supposed to do? Himeru? Mikotoru? I mean, yeah, let's do it. Why the fuck not? But I could use this position, and it might become the perfect opportunity. We're gonna, like, worm our way close to him, and then get all his secrets. So far, that's not worked for any of the others, but maybe fourth time's a charm. Like, I could pretend to help him and wait for him to slip up. I don't have time to worry. This temporary body only has 3 days left. And then I have to do it. I don't have any other paths open to me right now. All right, I'll do it. You seem to be thinking about it quite seriously. Was that really so hard to accept? Anyway, thank you for agreeing to assist me. However, I will be asking for a reward befitting this job. Is that okay? Oh, trying to extort me for money. A minister, no less. I can't hate that about you. Fine, what are you after? Money, perhaps? Unless you agree to my terms, I won't tell you. Though, I won't force you to. Well done, lad. Where have you been hiding? The Ministry of Justice needs people like you. I mean, technically, I think I maybe used to be your boss, but it's fine. How about you quit being a detective and come work for me? Yes or no? That's all I want to hear. My answer is, of course, yes. I shall give you whatever reward you desire. Thank you. So, what is it? What I want is information. Information? I want you to tell me everything you know about the founder's murder. I see, that's what you were after. You sounded like a famous detective right then. Just how did you get wind of that? Well, not that you'll answer me if I asked. Fine, I shall tell you everything I know. What? Are you sure? But of course! The great guardsman of the law must always be fair. Now, our contract is set. Thank you, Mr. Detective.
You're welcome. Surprisingly, everything went ahead without a hitch, but is this really okay? He's not plotting something?
He's definitely plotting something. I don't know what he's doing, but he's definitely plotting something. We shouldn't underestimate this man.
So, what's your request? What do you want me to do? For the time being, you don't have to do anything. Pardon? Your job is to be quiet and stay by me. I don't quite follow. I bet.
I still have some time left before my appointment.
So, until then, shall we complete my side of the bargain?
Your side?
There's something you want to know about the founder's death, right?
Why is he telling us this before we've done anything?
Huh? Uh, yes, that's right.
Are you really going to tell me?
I haven't done anything yet. It'll be a deposit on your fee, a show of my sincerity. And besides, I'm interested to know just how much you already know about it.
How about it?
Um, all I know is parts of the founder's body were found at Central Park. I see. So, someone did see. What? Oh, nothing, just talking to myself. It was early in the morning, but that park is in the middle of town, so of course someone saw it. One might think they could hide it from the other ministers, but the truth always comes out. That's why I think things should be made public before the knowledge could be used for bad.
Don't you agree?
I don't intend on using any information for...
I know that, of course.
So, what do you want to ask? Is it true that you were the first person to find the body? Yes, I discovered it.
It was around 6 a.m. yesterday, although I was intoxicated on booze and grass and whatnot.
I slept on a park bench, but I didn't see anyone suspicious until I discovered the body.
That includes the culprit, the founder when he was alive, or anyone else. Besides, when I discovered the body, I was still out of it. Or rather,
I saw a divine vision, I think. A divine vision? Yes.
to me, the body seemed to be floating down from the heavens.
The body was
Floating? It could have just been a dream or a vision brought on by the grass.
or it could have been something only the founder could do, like a miracle. In any case, his
Testimony is murky.
is he giving me a vague testimony in order to throw suspicion off of himself? I believe that the founder wasn't killed in the park, but in another location. What? The body was also cut up to make it easy to carry.
The murder occurred at the cathedral on the eve of National Foundation Day.
The cathedral?
Where is that?
How can you be so sure?
I have proof. Oh,
What is that?
a part of the founder's body. Well, yep, that's one way to carry it, I guess. Were we wearing shoes in the other one? I'm pretty sure we've got the entire left side. But I don't remember. I don't know. Oh, how innocent you are. I thought you'd have seen so many bodies you were sick of them. It just came out of nowhere. I just got a shock is all. Interesting. I like that still green behind the ears side of you.
So this is part of the founder's body, right?
Yes. After the minister's meeting, the parts of the body are being stored separately. This is the founder's right leg.
That was my right leg.
To be honest, I don't even see this as my own body. But this is so odd. Everyone's storing body parts like this. Besides, I can't believe I'd be shown this by the killer himself. Does he really believe he won't get caught? Or is he trying to get me to think that he's innocent? And is there anything that bothers you about this?
Is he testing me?
Something that I should focus on. All right, so we have the case, we have the straps, we have the leg. I'm gonna go with the shoe. The leg still has its shoe on. Well done! An excellent observation. You're right, and what's more, those are indoor shoes. Indoor shoes? You can only wear those in the deepest parts of the cathedral in the prayer room. And this leg has them on, which means the founder was in the prayer room when he was killed and chopped up. This is a huge breakthrough. The founder was killed in the cathedral's prayer room? Actually, the last place the founder was seen was the cathedral. The founder was seen by several security guards walking in the cathedral around midnight. My theory is as follows. The culprit killed the founder on a whim when they entered the prayer room. Then the culprit came to their senses and realized that they couldn't leave the body. As you know, there are only a few within the order who can enter the prayer room. So the culprit cut the body up so it was easier to carry and left it at the park. At this point, I can't tell whether it was coincidence or a part of the culprit's plan. Plan? So both of these are the same question, just from different points of view, right? Someone's pinning the blame on Inugami, or even though Inugami is the culprit. Someone's trying to pin the blame on Inugami. Why am I talking about him in the third person? It's investigative theory 101 to be suspicious of the person who found the body. Just how many people can enter the prayer room? Only those who have permission from the founder. In other words, access is limited to the ministers. I knew it. That means the culprit has to be one of the ministers. Don't tell me you think I'm a suspect. Oh no, I wouldn't dare. It's not like I can defend myself, though. I was fast asleep on a park bench and didn't notice a thing. I'm guilty of that. Do you have any idea of who the culprit might be? Both Fushicho and Kokushkan were in the cathedral. Sounds suspicious to me. It's possible these two conspired to assassinate the founder together. Assassinate? Why are we surprised by that? If we're going with this theory, it was clearly an assassination. Or if we stick to the unpremeditated murder theory, then Ushitora of the Ministry of Health fits that profile perfectly. But it's possible Ion of the Ministry of Science predicted this and saw his chance. Which means any one of them could be the culprit. Perhaps one of those heretics that slipped into the cathedral and murdered the founder. It could be something as unforeseen as that. Is it possible for someone unrelated to the order to enter the prayer room? I wonder. A suspicious person entering and leaving the prayer room would surely have been noticed. But we haven't heard any reports of suspicious people around there, have we? Nope, none. Which means, even though the founder was alone in the prayer room, he ended up dead? Yep, exactly. And then he was cut up and carried to Central Park. Yep. But that doesn't make any sense. Just who murdered the founder and carried him out? Who indeed? Playing dumb, huh? Or does he really not know? Oh, I don't get it! If you're still suspicious of something, shall we go to the scene? Huh? The scene? The prayer room. I wouldn't mind showing you. Are you sure I can go into the prayer room? I'm not affiliated with the order. There is no rule that states we can't prioritize gaining information. We must know the truth behind the founder's death. Don't you agree? Besides, it turns out we're right next to the cathedral. Could this mean the founder led us here? This is a coincidence, you mean? Rather, it was fate. Like I said earlier, I'm on the ball today. We are, quite literally, one step away from finding out the truth. Well now, let me see those investigative skills of yours, great detective. I still feel like he's weaving a web for us. We are going to walk straight into it. Something's not right here. He's being too open. I don't trust him. He is fun, though. All right, this is the cathedral. Who is our city planner? Because, like, the cathedral being up on the hill, away from absolutely everything, why? As you know, other than formal events, the townspeople aren't allowed in here. What about the day the founder was murdered? It was open to the public until sundown. Afterwards, it was restricted to only the ministers and other order members. Which means our suspect list has gone down by a lot. Let's go inside. I'm going in too. I'm sure it'll be fine. You're too nonchalant about this. I'm the head of the Ministry of Justice. It's fine. Now let's go find out the truth. It appears this cathedral was built on a small hill. You can see far and wide. It's a nice view. I think I understand why something as holy as a cathedral was built here. We are searching the area under Mr. Inugami's orders. Report immediately if you find anything suspicious, he said. He hasn't told us the reason or purpose for this search, however. This is way too vague to work with. Only ministers and those authorized by ministers can enter this cathedral. You have been authorized by Inugami, so you may enter if accompanied by him. Well, that's very nice of you. I gave security the word. Let's enter. All right. New place. So, this is the cathedral. In the deepest part lies the most holiest of rooms, the prayer room. Like I said before, only a few can enter. By the way, on that night, the founder was seen entering it by the security team. No one's here. As I said, it was restricted to ministers and authorized personnel. This number that keeps propping up, what's it for? Well, I'm curious, would it be suspicious if I asked? Is this also common knowledge? Yeah, it was a fucked up thing. You maybe don't want to ask the question. That statue in the center, is that the founder? No, it's no one. As you know, the Shuten order only worships itself. No, I didn't know. How does it worship itself? That's why we don't worship one particular person. I guess you could say that the statues are symbolic representations of all of us. Right, so you don't worship the founder. The founder was loved by all, but we didn't worship him, if that makes any sense. Well, if you personally want to revere and worship the founder, that's up to you. Wait, why do I have to explain common knowledge to you? You know this already. Yes, I was just testing you to see if you remembered. I see, you just think I'm a fool. What sort of picture is this? Does it have symbolism? It's so we don't forget. Huh? That we are constantly under threat. We must always remember. It's telling us that the enemy is always watching. They're waiting for an opening. So if God is the enemy, are we playing with that? Because that's a cool little motif. I'll give them that. That really was a boring textbook explanation. I don't really get it either. An enemy? A threat? Is that the heretics? They do seem dangerous. Should I constantly stay on guard for my own safety then? I will say, this kind of looks a little bit like the image that Inugami was saying about the founder sort of coming down from the heavens. The prayer room. Don't you want to search it? Alright, let's go. Sort of feels like we shouldn't be going in here, but technically we should be good to go in here, right? Beyond this point is the prayer room. The place I was killed. No, I can't say that for sure yet. Perhaps if there was some evidence.
Can I go in?
Of course. The room hasn't been touched since that night. A great detective, such as yourself, might be able to find something.
What was that? For just a moment, I thought I saw a memory. Which means there must be something in this room.
Oh, feeling dizzy?
Oh no, I'm fine. Let's go in.
The fuck is this room? Blessed be the Shuten order. Now, where shall you start? I'll stand in the corner so I don't get in your way. Investigate all you like. Everything seems... If this is the holiest of places, why is it decorated in construction paper?
Is this a fireplace?
Yeah, I hear they lit it on cold days when the founder had to be in here all day. On first glance, it doesn't look like anything has been burnt in it recently.
Is the chimney connected to the outside?
Perhaps an intruder could get in through it. I see. But that's impossible. Take a look inside. The chimney itself is only 20 centimeters square. Besides, this chimney isn't a starting point. It would be impossible for anyone to use it. And anyway, look, there are no marks in the zip.
You're right. Even the smallest of people couldn't get through that.
What is this balloon for? As you can see, it was put up for the National Foundation celebrations. It looks like all the gas has leaked out as it looks all shriveled. Didn't you see all the balloons decorating the town? No. You didn't see the Founders broadcast last night. I'm sure you could have seen them then. That broadcast was shot here? Putting that aside, I would have thought that things would have been more solemn. Of course, the National Foundation is an important event for the Order, but it's just as important to not forget the festival side. The founder was always reminding us of that.
I see.
Oh, did you find something already?
No, there's nothing here that stands out.
By the way, there aren't any windows in here. Now that you mention it. Well, this place is top secret to those of the Order. You wouldn't want outsiders peeking in, would you?
There's a half-used candle here.
The founder must have been using it while praying. Nothing out of the ordinary. The room decorations are too lavish for such a ceremony. But the decorations themselves aren't out of the ordinary.
This number that keeps cropping up, what's it for?
Okay, yeah, it's common knowledge, unfortunate. I think it's common knowledge, at least. Uh-huh. Oh, don't mind me, investigate away. Or are you in need of some of my advice? I'm fine, I just needed a change of pace. This prayer room has only one entrance. As there are no windows or vents, the only way the culprit entered was through there. Inugami slipped in here, killed the founder.
All without being seen? Is that even possible?
It makes sense that he was the one who cut up the body and carried it to the park, but... figured something out, have we?
No.
How's it going, Mr. Great Detective? Have you found any evidence that proves the founder was killed here?
No, nothing that sticks out.
Even I can't seem to find anything either. If I can find the murder weapon, then I could say for sure that he was killed here, but... Oh, the murder weapon has already been found. What? Here? No. A knife was found in a trash can that was close by. I believe that was the weapon used to kill the founder. But that's a huge breakthrough! Which means that this really was the scene of the murder. It's a high possibility, but I can't say for sure. The trash can is outside. Even an outsider could get close to it. I see. By the way, that knife was always on the founder's person. It's an oddly old knife, too. You would think it would broken by now. Looking at the situation, there's no mistake that this knife is the murder weapon. It's usually forbidden to bring weapons into the cathedral. The only weapon that could have been brought in was the knife the founder had. Just so you know, it's in the possession of Ushitora currently. It looks like you want to look into that knife more, but what for? Are you saying the culprit took that knife and killed its owner with it? That's exactly what I'm saying. The problem is, who stole it? I feel like saying that would be you would be a bad... That's oddly aggressive. We don't have any evidence to proclaim him yet, so... Just who? According to the power of God, it was Kishiru Inugami who stands right in front of me. I want more evidence, though. Something that'll back him into a corner. Whoops, looks like it's time. Shall we continue this after my appointment? Appointment? Remember, my request. Or have you already forgotten? That's right. What was I supposed to do again? Stay by my side and be quiet. That's all. Shall we go? Go? Where? To our clients. That is... Alright, Kukuri Estate. Why is the Minister of Justice taking on clients? Like, man, I kind of feel like you have a different job already. I actually have custody of this. Oh, a will. A will? Just the other day, one of my oldest friends, the head of the Kukuri family, passed away. This is his last will and testament. Today, I will be reading this will to his relatives. You will be a witness to the reading. That is my request. That's all? If that's all there is, yes. Is there a problem? I'm sure you're aware, but the Kukuri family is one of the wealthiest families there is. So of course the inheritance will also be large. I'm not exaggerating when I say the amounts could shake this entire country to its core. And to whom that absurd fortune is going to is written here on this will. You already know the contents of the will. Of course, I was there as a witness when it was written up. Let me say this, his descendants won't be very happy with it. It might even turn into a war. That far? Of course, nothing might happen, and I'm hoping that's the way it'll go. Whatever the case, we need a completely unrelated witness to see over the proceedings. And that's me. Exactly! How about it? It's not the hardest job, but will you do it? Although you've already agreed, so you can't back out now. Yeah, I was going to say we've already agreed to it, so... This is just me checking to see if you're enthusiastic about this. I'm busy with all my stuff, so I shouldn't be bothering with some family's mess. Although, I do feel like I'm so close to finding out what's at the core of my incident. If Inugami is my killer, then I can't let him out of my sight for a moment. I have to follow him until I get his confession. Of course I'll do it. I was waiting to hear you say that, Mr. Great Detective. The Kukuri family estate is close by, but we can't get there by car. Excuse me? Once we pass through these woods, there's this lake. The Kukuri mansion is in the middle of that lake on a man-made island. The island looks like a pedestal, and it's 15 meters above the water. Normally, you have to use the suspension bridge to get there. Since the car can't use that bridge, we'll leave it here, then walk. Okay. Some people have way too much fucking money. I'm just gonna build my own mansion. That bridge does not look like it's in the best of... We have to cross that? Whoa, it's huge. Is that the Kukuri man-made island? I could call them rich, but they're on a completely different level. They created an entire island after all. But don't you think this bridge looks a little old? It looks so unsteady. There's no other way across. No complaining. The reading of the will is at 11. We'll be late if we don't hurry. I'm not strict on punctuality, but I do hate being hurried along. I'll be going ahead then. Alright, well, he's got no... What the fuck's going on over here? The supports are damaged. Is this really going to be okay? Are we going to end up in this lake? If you don't hurry up, I'll leave you here. Hold on. Oh, great. I knew it! Inugami, hurry! Run! The bridge is going to collapse. Yeah, I don't think we have time. Whoa! Seems like a long bridge, and falling doesn't take that long. We made it! Apparently it does. They'll want compensation for that. How will you pay, Red Shimobe? You messed up. It wasn't my fault! The supports were already breaking! I want to sue for emotional distress. Nobody likes a greedy person. Never mind that. We can't get back to the other side now. All right, so basically we've got all the conditions for a locked room murder. Just, you know, a locked island murder now. We can't go back. There's no need to panic. Apparently there's a boat, so we can use that. Is that so? Good. I thought I was going to be stuck here without those angels and face the time limit alone. They've not needed a car so far, so... Where are Mikotoru and Himeru anyway? Well, if we get back, that is. What? This is the Kukuri mansion. Please try to be civil. Oh, right, before we go in, can I have more of that grass? Absolutely not! Before we go in, can I just get high? It's fine. He's definitely a character. It's a huge mansion, right? This is the Kukuri main house. The head of the family was Kiyomasa Kukuri. I'm sure you've heard that name before. Before he died, he was the CEO of Kukuri Pharmaceuticals. Kukuri Pharmaceuticals mainly focuses on medical and industrial medicines and chemicals. Kiyomasa apparently died of poisoning, the result of heavy metal use within his company. He'd become so weak that he seemed to know when he was going to die. That was about 3 months ago when I was brought in to help with his will. If we ask what's in the will, he's just going to tell us that there's, that we'll find out in the reading. Is there anything suspicious about his death? What a pointed question. Of course, I considered premeditated murder, but that seems unlikely. At any rate, Kiyomasa himself denied it would ever happen. The heavy metals in his body slowly accumulated over 30 years before finally killing him. So basically, this man exploited the earth for 30 years to get money and died from it. So, you know, they say karma isn't a thing. They weren't at levels you could force into someone at once. That's why the chance is low. Kiyomasa laughed and said that it was a badge of honor, one that showed how hard he'd worked. By the way, how much is the inheritance? You could build 10 buildings like our headquarters and still have money left over. That's just an estimation. It's probably more than that. I can't even imagine.
Mr. Inugami, thank you for coming all this way.
Hey, cute as always. Who are you again?
I was in charge of serving the master. I am the maid, Yori Mizuno. Blessed be the Shuten order.
Alright, we have our estate maid. She's very cute. All right, Mizuno. You're so much cuter now that I didn't recognize you. Oh, right, this is our witness, Rei Shimobe. I'll introduce him to everyone later.
The family is gathered in the Great Hall. Will you be heading there directly?
Yeah, let's. Sorry for barging in, everyone. I'm here with the will. Mizuno,
Yes? What is it?
this is awkward for me to say, but while we were coming here, the bridge gave out.
Oh my! Are you injured at all? I did hear a loud bang earlier, so it was the bridge. It was so old that I was worried when it would finally collapse.
It looks like everyone here won't be able to walk back.
Don't worry, everyone was planning on staying here, but anyway, I shall take one of our servants with me and check the bridge. Mr. Shimobe, you should hurry to the Great Hall. Everyone will be waiting for you.
Right. I'll go. All right, we are setting the stage for our mystery. We have one possible person who did it. Let's meet the others. There he is. Where have you been? I'm sorry for making you wait. Whoa, the mood's gloomy in here. I came here just to follow Inugami, but all I have to do is stay quiet and watch, right? I don't want to get caught up in some crazy mess, so I'll just keep it to myself. That portrait on the wall, is that Kiyomazo Kukuri? He seems quite mean, the complete opposite of me. Damn. Putting that aside, my aim is Inugami. I have to follow his orders just so he doesn't get away with this. Well, I would like to start the reading of the will, if I may. All right, we have our will executor. Wait, Inugami. One of my brothers isn't here. The Kukuri estate eldest son, Yoichi Kukuri. What is he up to? Did someone call him? He's always been a sloth. He messes up everything we ask him to do. He has no right to claim any of this inheritance.
If he makes us late, he should lose his portion of the inheritance, don't you think?
All right, we have the second son, Tsujikiro Kukuri.
I wonder how many millions I'll be getting. I wouldn't mind receiving that much either.
We have the wife, Miki Kukuri, with possibly the coolest mask I've seen so far.
I belong to this family too, don't you know? Don't you forget it.
The CEO always put the company first. We have the pharmaceuticals exec, Maruo Suzu. Therefore, his money should go to the company. I'm sure that's what he had in mind. What nonsense! Why would we give our money to anyone outside the family? The CEO's money is the company's money. To use it for self-interest is ridiculous. Suzu, that sounds like you know who the next CEO is. At the very least, I do not see anyone here worthy enough to take up that role. Damn! What about me? Damn you.
Let's stop this pointless bickering.
And we have the private doctor, Miyabi Shiratori.
It doesn't matter how much we argue. The will has already been written. It's just a simple matter of who he trusted the most during his life. You say that like you know something. Why is the doctor here anyway? Perhaps you thought there might be a chance that you might be an inheritor? How inappropriate. Everyone's on edge because of the huge fortune that's on the line. I hope it doesn't turn into a brawl. At any rate, I just want this over and done with ASAP. Well, while we're waiting on the youngest, why don't I introduce the witness? This is Shimobe. He doesn't look it, but he's an excellent detective. Hello? We don't need a witness.
In order for a will to be read, a witness is required. That is the rule.
Help!
All right, we have an employee, Kamado Domon. The jetty below! Something terrible has happened. Have we already had a victim? Be more precise, Domon. Take a breath before you speak.
Yes, young master.
Only a few moments ago, I heard a huge crash, and when I checked, the bridge was gone.
That was
What? The bridge?
that damn bridge. Finally gone, huh?
Then all you need to do is fix it, right? That's why we employed you.
Yes, that's right, but the problem is not the bridge.
Stop blabbering and just say it.
I went to the jetty to check the fallen bridge. And on the boat was young Master Seizo, and he was dead.
Well, shit. Sezo.
He's dead? Well, well.
This is serious. We'll suspend the will reading for now and go see what happened to Sezo. Domon, show us.
Yes, sir.
See, Deishimobe? Things turned out the way I said they would. Although, the murderer seems to be more impatient than I thought. Not to mention, crazier than I imagined. I would have never thought one of them would die before the reading. Saying it might not be a murder seems... Of course it's a murder. I want it to be a murder, so of course it's a murder. You knew that things would turn out this way? There's a lot of money involved, so it's not like they were going to go smooth. I said so, remember? It might turn into a war.
Then you could have stopped it from happening.
Don't be so absurd.
I'm an outsider. I can't interfere with family matters.
Until the will is opened, that is.
Isn't that right?
That's the theory anyway.
Besides,
This way is much more exciting.
exciting.
What on earth? Mr. Inugami, the bridge is this way.
Okay, I'm coming.
Shall we go, Deishimobe? As the witness, you should be aware of all the facts, too. Should I say, as a great detective. Yeah, Inugami's definitely setting us up. He knows exactly what the fuck he's doing. Is the boat the one, like, way out there? Do we have to swim to get to it? Oh, yeah, he did.
A small boat rocked gently
A small boat rocked gently on the
still lake. Inside it lay a man. I could tell that he was dead immediately.
There was a huge machete thrust into his abdomen. Yeah, he seems pretty dead.
His eyes were frozen open, as if glaring at us, forever staring.
Seizo.
Is that really Seizo? Domon, could you pull the boat a little closer to the jetty? Yes. It's no good. He's gone. I can see that. Why did he die? Or when did he die? You don't know? That's the most important bit, you damn quack. I'm terribly sorry, but I'm not a medical examiner. However, he's still warm, so I can say that his death was in the past few hours. Cause of death would be the machete, right? Why did this happen? Is it because of the will? And this doesn't look like it was an accident. It's too strange. Was he really killed?
I feel like we need to investigate the body. That would be stupid not to investigate it.
I'm scared, but if I could get a bit closer.
Hey, you! Outsiders should stay out.
Sorry.
Hey, Mizuno, did you contact the Ministry of Security?
No.
Then get on it! You're so goddamn useless. Be nice to her.
I'm so sorry, but I'm so scared that my legs... Are you alright?
You dimwit! Are you only good at taking care of old farts? You should have died instead of him. Damn. There's no reason for you to live here anymore. made him more of an asshole than I meant to. Once the breeding's done, you're fired.
But... Hey, don't you think that woman did Seizo in? Apparently, Seizo used to hit on her a bit, and she turned him down. I've already figured it out. You killed him, right? No, I didn't. I would never.
Killed? So you're saying he was murdered?
Well, considering how he died, it was no accident.
A murder? That is a clear violation of the doctrines.
How disgusting. Isn't this woman a heretic?
A violation of the doctrines? I see. This is a very religious household, so doctrine is law here, right? Heretics. Those are dangerous people who oppose the beliefs of the order. One who murders is then a heretic by default? What does that mean exactly?
Putting that aside for now, this is an important day for us.
The will reading, remember?
I can't think of anyone other than an outsider who would try to ruin that for us.
Mizuno, you really did... You buttered up our father just because you weren't content with just living here anymore. And tried to get your hands on our inheritance, right?
I haven't done anything. Oh, who cares? Either way, get off our island. Or, how about you swim back right now? Do it.
We're gonna protect her. There is no fucking way I'm letting these two assholes. Hey, just what are you two thinking? Mizuno just said she didn't do it. Shouldn't you hear her explanation first? Huh? What's your angle, witness? You're just a third party. So keep your trap shut. But as a third party, please let me say, it's not fair to Mizuno to treat her like a murderer without any proof. Read the room. We're not kids here. Anyway, we all agree that the woman is a murderer. The hell! All we need to do is contact the Ministry of Security and let them deal with her. Let's focus on the inheritance. If the will reading is cancelled now, it'll be a huge headache. Oh my god, rich people. At the company, people might end up dying. What are you talking about? This isn't just something you can brush aside. Just who do you think you are? Inugami, this witness of yours is quite opinionated. I don't think he can be neutral anymore. Shall we kick him off the island too? Kick me off too? Yeah, to be honest, I don't know Daishimobe all that well either. Inugami!
You heard what they said, but what will you do?
There's nothing else to do. I haven't said anything wrong here.
Mr. Shimobe, don't worry about me. Just do what you have to do.
Miss Mizuno.
Hey, Nay! This way, up here.
Himeru, Mikotoru, when did you get here? What's up? I'm not doing anything here. So yeah, it's gonna look really fucking weird if I just start heading for the angels, but I don't really want to hang out with these assholes anymore, so fuck it. I'm doing it. Inugami, wait 5 minutes. I want to clear my head. 5 minutes is a long time. Make it 3. Fine. Just where have you two been? You left me all alone. That Ministry of Justice guy is a sharp one. We didn't want him to get suspicious of you, so we hid ourselves.
Really? While you two were away, I managed to get all sorts of information from him. Although, I still haven't gotten him to confess yet. It looks like you've gotten yourself into another right mess.
Yeah, it looks like someone was murdered because of a will reading.
I came here just to be a witness, but you're nothing but trouble, aren't you, Day? Well, you were also murdered, so I guess it's to be expected. To be honest, shouldn't you let whoever wants to die just die? You don't have the time to be solving another murder case.
I know that. But I just couldn't keep quiet after seeing someone be blamed for something without proof. Isn't that what makes me human? I'm not so sure about that.
What?
Someone going down for something they didn't do is not the worst case scenario. Also, what happens with the inheritance has nothing to What you need to be focused on is not losing your current connection with Kishiru Inugami.
I know that. But with things as they are, I'm about to be kicked off this island for being a nuisance.
Well, looks like all you can do is say that you solved this case. Me? Solve this case? You'll be bluffing, of course. It doesn't really matter if you can at all. Anyway, in order to stay and keep watch on Kishiru Inugami, say that you can. Are you telling me to pretend to investigate? I don't know anything about that.
You don't have the time to kick up a fuss now. Now go! Fix this and then get back to your real job. I can't just fix this. That's the problem. What am I gonna do with you? There is a power of God that you can use for times like these. But you need to be prepared. Once you start using it, you can't go back.
Prepared? I was prepared the moment my life was taken from me. Is that enough?
That's true. You want to use it now? The one that reveals the hidden truths of the world. The ultimate divine power of God. The power of revelation.
Revelation?
Let me tell you, revelation is different from any power you've used before. It's because it's the power to uncover the secrets of the world. When you need the truth, the world will reveal it to you. In other words, this vision will turn the world into the perfect place to investigate.
I don't really get it, but you'll understand more quickly if you just try it out.
There's no time to waste. We all need to pray together. Are you ready?
Alright, let's do it. I feel like we've used the power of revelation in previous routes, so I don't remember which route, but
And your view of the world has changed drastically, right?
no, it doesn't really look like it's changed. Something's forming inside my head. Is this the suspension bridge we used to get here?
Oh, have you already found something connected to the case? If so, then with the right timing, snap your fingers.
Snap my fingers? Alright, during investigation, snapping your fingers at certain words reveals evidence or clues. Press and hold the snap button to try snapping. Snapping switches to snapping mode. Hold the snap button to confirm. You can cancel by selecting the end button. Alright, while you see that bridge in your mind, focus on what bugs you about it, okay? Oh my god.
The thing I only had a hazy memory of is now clear. Perfect.
I don't know. People snap their fingers when they have an idea. Something. That line starts with something.
It's called snapping. Remember that name. If you see something related or someone says something off and you have an aha moment, though through snapping, you can gather evidence or find out more about someone or something or someone.
Long story short, if I find something interesting, I just have to snap my fingers. I wouldn't just use it indiscriminately like that. People might start to distrust you. Only use snapping when something feels off or you remember something.
You wouldn't want to be around someone who is always
Snapping their fingers, would you?
Especially these guys. They don't like you very much, so if you mess up, they'll kick you out.
Then give me a power that doesn't stand out as much. Unnecessary snapping lowers trust. If trust reaches 0, the investigation fails. Be careful.
Quit your complaining. Sink or swim using this power. It's completely up to you.
All right. I'll make sure I don't lose their trust by misusing this new power.
Perfect. That is the power of revelation. Long story short, you can think of it as your ability to gather information being leveled up. I'm sure you can investigate like a real detective now.
You should test it with the body on the boat and the surrounding area. I don't really understand, but I'll try. We'll be hiding nearby. If you need us, call. We'll come.
Okay.
So, how'd it go? Have you calmed down at all? Oh, Somehow your aura has changed. Did you partake in some of the grass, perchance? That's not fair! Give some to me! Inugami, let me investigate this crime. Investigate? Investigate the murder. I'd like to start at the jetty where the body was found. Well, well, your detective blood demands justice, hmm? How fun that sounds. Fine. I, Kishiru Inugami, give you the right to investigate this incident. Thank you. And once again, like, it's immediately giving me Professor Layton. The music, sorry, I just realized I said that completely out of context. But like the heavy strings, it immediately reminds me of the Professor Layton opening. So then, Kukuri family, I would appreciate it if you cooperated with Deishimobe's investigation. Normally, I would call the Ministry of Security and have them take care of everything. But this time, I'm leaving everything to Deishimobe. Inugami, are you seriously placing your trust in someone like that? The fortune of the great Kukuri family is on the line here.
This is so stupid. I will be going back to the mansion now.
Of course, you're free to be as distrusting as you like. However, if you want the inheritance to go smoothly, might I suggest cooperating? Also, I plan on restarting the will reading at 12 p.m. Please don't fight anymore. Let's all stay calm. You don't plan on stopping the reading? I will honor the deceased and carry out the reading as they asked. But depending on your investigation, you might change how the reading goes. Well, show me your skill. All right. Trying to decide if this is a good place to stop. I think let's investigate and then we'll end after that. Now, where to start? All right. Start investigation. Okay, so everyone's got full trust right now. And we have everyone but the wife here. Let's look at the body and everything first. It's a huge lake. The water is clear and I can see fish swimming around. Okay, I don't see, that doesn't seem like it should be snapped, so. This is the body of one of the Kukuri siblings, Seizo Kukuri. He died with a scared expression. What happened to his body? I have to look into this carefully. Okay, and snapping... I wish I could go look and see what I'm supposed to snap again. I remember snapping is anything that feels off, so... That's a very old-looking rowboat. I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't see anything wrong with it. It's the rope used for mooring the boat. The part you used to pull into the boat, the part you used to pull in the boat must have fallen into the lake. It's almost completely wet. Just how did the mooring rope get to be in such a state? Okay, so... we're gonna snap this. The rope is mostly wet, which means it was still tied to the jetty when it pushed out. You need something. Were you the one who first noticed the boat? You got that right. I found it first. This rope is pretty long. Is the boat normally moored using it? Yeah, we wrap it around the pole here, but as you can see, it's been unwrapped. Maybe that's why the boat was floating off towards the shore. Luckily, it was still tied to the pole, so I was able to pull it back in, but I had no idea the young master's body was on board. It shocked me to my core. All right, so we have our mooring rope. So for some reason, the boat was still tied. Let's talk to everyone. So I'd like to ask you about the victim, Seizo. I'm not going to talk to you about anything. Okay, well. If you know anything about the death of Seizo Kukuri, then please tell me.
Huh? I couldn't care less about that pathetic loser. In fact, I'm relieved he's dead.
But he was your brother.
What do you know about us? Shut up, outsider. Brothers? Family? Don't make me laugh. We just happen to be born to the same people, is all. The old fart was old-fashioned. He liked plain house with his wills and whatever.
Did you hold a grudge against Seizo for anything?
What are you talking about? There's no way I'd give two hoots of what that moron did. The moron died with a moronic look on his face. That's all there is to it. He really was stupid. He knew that today was the will reading, but he decided to leave early.
That seems off. I don't have any... We're gonna hold off.
I suppose he was going to come back during the morning like he always did.
What? He left? Does that have something to do with his death? Mizuno, how are you?
I'm so sorry for making you worry about me. I'm fine. That aside, thank you for what you did.
What I did?
You protected me, remember? That made me so happy. But you shouldn't do that anymore. You mustn't get involved with me.
Why do you say that?
Because nothing good will come of it, Mr. Shimobe. On the contrary, it will only make the Kukuri family think less of you.
But you didn't do anything, did you? Then hold your head high and tell them they're wrong.
No, I already know. No one will listen to my story. I'll listen.
Don't throw in the towel just yet. I need your help, Mizuno, to solve this crime. Did anything strange happen this morning before Inugami and I got here?
Anything strange? Not particularly. I woke up at 6 and did the laundry and the cleaning, so...
Now I can check alibis. I should ask her more about this.
Anything strange? Not particularly.
Okay, apparently I can't actually ask her more about this. When you first saw the body, did you notice anything? Notice anything? I don't know. I was shocked, so I ran to find you guys. Come on, use those brains. Did you really not see the culprit at all?
Of course not. Young Master Seizo was the only one I saw. No one else. I didn't see anyone on my way down here either. Please believe me.
So everyone but Mizuno would have been at the reading. And Mizuno was checking out the bridge. So in theory, he should be telling the truth.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Sorry, but I'm busy. I have to report to the company about this. Unlike you, I don't have any time to spare. Okay? Shiratori, having examined the body, did you notice anything?
Notice anything? Let's see. The wound to the abdomen is quite deep. However, I don't see any defensive wounds, so either he was caught off guard or asleep. And there also seems to be a small burn on his right palm. His right palm? What does that mean? I want to know.
Let's talk to Inugami just in case. And, is the investigation moving along?
Well, yes.
Oh, you look down. I'm rooting for you, Mr. Great Detective. You might even become someone integral to the Order one day. You're exaggerating. It's not a total exaggeration, though. How should I put it? You have this extraordinary aura about you. It's not like he's figured out that I'm the former founder, right? Right, I have one more piece of information for you. The Kukuri family only has one boat. Only this one. It seems that the jetty was on the other side that was taken down, and no one comes by boat. Even this boat was always tied up and left to rot. So this boat was never used. Then why was Seizo on it? That bugs me. Alright, let's look at Seizo again. This is the body of one of the Kukuri siblings, Seizo Kukuri. He died with a scared expression. What happened to his body? I have to look into this carefully. Okay, and we have the boat that was... There's nothing wrong with it. Alright. He's not gonna talk to me about anything. Alright. I'm hoping... Okay, well, if there's a small burn on his right palm, then aren't those defensive wounds?
The palm of his hand is burnt? Yes, you can see the mark.
And this looks relatively fresh. Okay, so anything that I want to look into more, it sounds like I do this with. I will say, they could have given me a couple more instructions.
Other than that, I didn't notice anything. If I could perform an autopsy, I could help more, but for now, this is all I could find. You were very helpful. Thank you.
Alright. So we have a burnt palm. Oh. Alright, so...
I'm sure the wound caused by the huge machete was the killing blow. If that's the murder weapon, then does that mean the murderer stabbed him while on the boat? Or was he killed somewhere else and then brought here?
Alright. Can I look at the knife?
It's a thick-bladed machete. It looks lethal enough to cause a deadly wound. It's not made for stabbing, but if you slice down towards the belly, you'd get a wound like this. I have to thoroughly investigate to see if this really was the murder weapon. Now that I've taken a closer look, I can see wire wrapped around its handle. Is that to make gripping it easier?
Damon, does this machete belong to the Kukuri household?
Yes, it was used by the gardener to fell trees. I was sure he left it in the storeroom.
Only people like you could use something so barbaric. Didn't you bring it out in the first place?
Perish the thought! Last time I saw it was several days ago. Oh?
What's up?
Well, I was just wondering, was that always there? Look at this. The base of the blade is inscribed with something.
You're right. It says Shun. A manufacturer's inscription? Or perhaps someone's initials.
That's not something you just put an inscription on. It's just a machete you can buy anywhere. Besides, there's no one in the Kukuri family with those initials.
So it says Shun, as in information, or maybe compensation? Or possibly retaliation. Alright, so nothing weird with the boat. I can't remember what he said. Let's ask him about leaving early.
What?
Did you see him leave the house this morning?
Huh? Yeah, so what?
What time was that roughly?
It was 7 in the morning. I remember that well. He was banging around getting ready to go out, so he woke me up. And just when I thought he'd come back, he turns up dead. Man, that's funny.
Alright. He doesn't want to talk to me. We got the information of the body from him. There's no defensive wounds. I don't think he wanted to talk to me. He said he didn't have any time to spare. He didn't see anyone. Anything strange? Woke up at 6 and did the laundry and the cleaning. So you did housework after you woke up at 6. Did you see anyone?
I met Master Yoichi's wife immediately, who told me how to do the laundry better.
So you were with Miki Kukuri? At what time?
From when I woke up until about the time you and Mr. Inugami arrived here.
I see. Well, thank you for talking with me. Alright. He's not gonna talk to me. Can I maybe look... Let's look out at the lake a little bit more. Are you interested in the lake? Yes. You said that this island was man-made, right? I did. Kiyomasa threw a fortune into creating this entire area. It's completely artificial. The rich really are strange. He built an island in a lake. It must have been inconvenient to traverse. Which is why I think this lake is to keep visitors away, like a moat around a castle. Kiyomasa had many enemies. Also, he had people begging him for money. No wonder he wanted out. Well, in that case, it's convenient there was already a lake here. Nope, this lake is man-made, too. I just said this whole area is man-made, remember? Even the lake? It's artificial? I can't believe he went that far. I don't get it at all. Neither do I. I never understood his thinking, honestly. Alright, they only have one boat. No one comes by boat. Even this boat was always tied up and left to rot. Why is he on it? It's a really good question. When you first saw the body, did you notice anything? Let's see. He was the only one I saw. I didn't see anyone on my way down here either. It's true, I'm not lying. Oh, okay. So that's what happens if you guess wrong. Alright. I want to ask him more about why he doesn't have time. Is that all? Okay. Alright. Let's ask more questions. No one comes by boat. Boat was never used. Maybe? Why was Seizo on a boat that no one ever uses then? Yeah, that bugged me too. Maybe he had a reason to use it and got on himself, or he was forced on by the culprit. Well, whichever it was, we don't know why. A body on a boat, huh? Alright. Oh, it's nearly time. Okay, everyone, it's time to return to the mansion and start the reading of the will. Huh? Already? Now what? I don't know if I gathered enough information to uncover the truth. I will open the will, so if all of you could gather at the mansion. We shall discuss Seizo's incident after we're done. Are we going to leave young Master Seizo on the boat like that? Drag him onto the jetty. Thanks. Right. Finally, the will's going to be read. I hope that nothing else will happen. Whew. Okay, so I'm still getting used to the snapping power. It's a very interesting power, but it's infuriating that it was explained to me as we need to know information, like stuff that is odd. Alright, before we get to the day 1 inheritance meeting, I think we're going to end here, because I think maybe keeping all the days together would be a good idea. I can't save yet. So in the medium part, use gathered evidence to uncover the truth. Wrong evidence or statements will reduce trust. Keep trust above 0 to succeed. So basically, we're playing Phoenix Wright. All right. So we're going to end here. Thanks so much for hanging out. I don't know exactly when this one's going to drop. I think it's sometime in February. But since it is the new year for me, Happy New Year. Hopefully 2026 has been treating you well, and be back soon. Thanks so much.